In this story full of surprises, Jack returns to his hometown in Vermont after retiring due to injury, only to stumble upon a little girl and her lost mother on the road. After chatting, Jack discovers that the little girl's name is Anna, their car broke down, and her mom, waiting for help, got a bit too tipsy to see a comedy in the midst of a disaster. The freezing weather was enough to make anyone shiver. Jack checked on the girl's mom and then gave his scarf to Anna, probably because he didn't want her turning into an ice. Keeping an eye on Mom, Anna decided to put on a show and try to be the car repair expert. While Jack was busy fixing the car, Anna became curious about a little metal piece on his backpack, probably wondering if it was a secret weapon. Turns out that was Jack's ice collection ID tag earned during his military service, inscribed with his name and birth date. In no time at all, with Jack's eager assistance, the car was successfully repaired, and Anna was overjoyed, as if she had truly won a major lottery prize. As a thank you, Anna ran over and gave Jack a surprise hug, but little did they know her mom saw it and thought Jack was some sneaky character. Mom turned into a god and rushed over to stop her daughter. Amid the shouting, Jack had no choice but to pick up his bag and bid farewell to this quirky duo. As he trudged along in the biting cold, a car finally appeared. Jack urgently waved, hoping for a free ride. The driver, a young guy, heard Jack's story and happily agreed to help out. The two set off, forming quite the dynamic duo. Suddenly, the good times were interrupted by a police car, and before he knew it, Jack found himself in the courtroom, leaving him completely bewildered. Why, you ask? Because the officer who stopped them mysteriously died, and the only ones at the scene were the innocent passed out Jack and a gun covered in his fingerprints. The police, based on evidence, concluded Jack was the culprit, knocked out in chaos, unable to defend himself. Due to sudden amnesia, he forgot all after meeting them to see a tragedy and comedy. For the police, Jack's mention of the mother and daughter led to a complete dead end. In the end, the jury ruled that Jack suffered from mental instability due to brain injury. In the end, although he was acquitted, Jack was sent to a psychiatric hospital for forced treatment, turning a newly retired honorable soldier into a mental patient in the blink of an eye. With the scene change, Jack found himself locked in a room, pondering, is this a form of treatment too? He thought taking his meds on time would get him discharged smoothly, but little did he know, this place held all sorts of secret experiment. As the room Jack entered, he was chosen as a guinea pig, truly a master of misunderstanding. One day, two staff members quietly injected him with a sedative to see time to be cautious of the hidden enemies around him. The head doctor, Beck, invented a UB-style mental treatment, which sounds both strange and suspicious. In this treatment, patients are fitted with tight jackets and locked in dark morgues. It's a harsh test for their psychological endurance, but Dr. Beck believed this could reduce patients' violent tendencies. Apparently, it's tighter, not necessarily better. Shortly after being locked in, Jack started to lose it, as fragmented memories raced through his mind like a freak show. The chaotic memories tortured Jack to the point of desperation, and finally, he felt himself pulled back to a vivid moment from the past. When Jack woke again, he found himself next to an unknown gas station, wondering where's the real me. Just as he was confused, a woman walked out of the supermarket and saw Jack's disheveled state, seeming inclined to help. Noticing Jack shivering, she suggested a ride, since it was hard to snag a cab on Christmas Eve. Jack had no clue where to go, and the woman thought, I guess I better take him home unless I want him to turn into an ice cube outside. In the end, she had no choice but to take Jack home to see what a holiday disaster. The woman lived alone, couldn't reach shelters, so let Jack stay, despite the risk. But she was more worried about Jack freezing outside, as she sensed he didn't seem like a bad guy. So, the two prepared a delicious dinner and kicked off their Christmas chat. From scattered conversation, Jack sensed her unhappy life, hinting at a story beneath. Perhaps too tired, she dozed off without realizing it, and Jack quietly watched over her from a safe distance. Jack was puzzled by his experiences, glancing around when he spotted something familiar on a wall. It was an Army Ice Collection ID tag, and Jack held it under the light to examine it closely, see was there some connect. Thus, an indescribable feeling welled up in him, as if memories were about to flood back. Finally, as Jack examined the tag closely, he took a deep breath, thinking, what on earth is going on? If you want to unravel more of this mysterious story, make sure to subscribe to our channel, where Jack's tale is bound to get even more twistingly bizarre.